والبلد الطيب يخرج نباته بإذن ربه والذي خبث لا يخرج إلا نكدا كذلك نصرف الآيات لقوم يشكرون صدق الله مولانا العظيم. It is the last ayat of Surah Al-A'raf. And again, what we were discussing just now, that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us pay attention onto His qudrat, onto His creation, onto His system, onto His sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that pure town, pure city takes out its crops by the permission of your Rabb, by the permission of its Rabb. And that town, that city which is impure, it does not take out its crops except incomplete, half, naqis. كذلك نصرف الآيات لقوم يشكرون. This is how we turn our ayat, we present our ayat, we circulate our ayat, our signs for those who are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Small ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, give an example of two types of towns, two types of city. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that you look at pious and pure place, when it comes to grow the crops, then pure places grow its crops by the permission of their Rabb. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, pure places grow its crops by the permission of their Rabb. That is the situation with pure places. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, when it comes to impure places, it doesn't grow its crops except incomplete, half, not done, not proper. So that is the difference between good place and bad place. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this world also, you will find so many lands giving all types of crops all the time, on time, perfect. And you will find some pieces of land that you make as much as like of your effort, but it will not give you any return. Look at these two different places. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioning these two different places and their results. Some are giving good crops, some are not. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كَذَلِكَ نُصَرِّفُ الْآيَاتِ لِقَوْمِ يَشْكُرُونَ. People who has gratitudes, who are grateful, who are full of shukr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, that is how we circulate our signs in front of them. If they want to appreciate, if they want to make shukr, if they want to show gratitude, then these signs, and mentioning this hadith sharif, one of the mufassir immediately mentioned that the way this whole earth systematically it is taking care of our physical needs, and into the earth there are these two types of pieces of land. Some pieces of land full of crops, and there are some pieces of land, no matter what you do, they will not give you return. That is the situation of physical land. Ulama and Mufassirin, they said that there is a land of heart. There is a land of heart. The way in this world, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken care of our physical needs, exactly on the same way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken care of our spiritual needs. And when it comes to our spiritual needs, again, land will be varying, different types of lands. the monsoon and the rain of revelation comes. Messenger comes. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam came. Rain of Qur'an came down. Rain of Qur'an came down. Look at the land. Land for the heart of Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu. Whatever and whenever this rain of revelation came, amanna wa saddaqna. No hesitation, no if, no but, nothing. And look at the land of Abu Jahl. Look at the land of Abu Jahl. Nothing did grow. No crops of Iman grew. No return. What did grow? Rejection, arrogance, pride. I'm just giving an example. So Mufassirin, while mentioning this physical pieces of land, they have mentioned that is how if one wants to pay some heed, then one will conclude that Quran and Sunnah and its teaching, its rain comes down, the effect onto the hearts will be different. How much, you have cultivated your heart and created purity, integrity by saving yourself from these sins, then whenever rain of Quran and Sunnah will come down, the flowers will be flowing. And on the other hand, some heart may become rocky heart. Effect takes place but very minimal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us under the rain of Quran and Sunnah. Physical need, one day this body will be perished. Soul is not to be perished. Body is there to die. Soul is not there to die. That's why Asma radiyallahu ta'ala anha, daughter of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala, mother of Abdullah ibn Zubair radiyallahu ta'ala, Asma radiyallahu ta'ala anha, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave her name Dhatul Nitaqayn. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made hijrat from Makkah Mukarramah to Medina Munawwara, and that hijrat and the whole journey is known by us. They were hiding and escaping and trying to save their lives. So in that journey, Asma radiyallahu ta'ala anha played very vital role. She used to prepare food and she used to send for them secretly. Even Abu Jahl smacked her also, but she did not utter their whereabouts. Abu Jahl threatened her, but she did not utter their whereabouts. So once when she was sending food, so she had nothing to tie with, so she did tear her scarf, made into two pieces, and that cloth she used to tie the food. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to know, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, she is Dhatul Nitaqayn. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, gave her that title through the tongue Mubarak of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That the sacrifice she made, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in return will give her what you call covering of Jannah, scarf of Jannah, in'am of Jannah, reward of Jannah. She is person of two scarves. She is person of two scarves. So when Abdullah ibn Zubair radiyallahu ta'ala, a few days ago we were talking about Hajjaj bin Yusuf. He had caused havoc into the Muslim world. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all Muslims, their bodies also and their iman also. No one is faster sleeping in this world than Muslims. No one's eyes are open from the Muslim communities. No one's hearts are cautioned from the Muslim communities. They are divided, or they are wasting their energy and efforts into meaningless things. And they are not doing what they were supposed to do. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from facing periods like Hajjaj ibn Yusuf. He was the one, in his time, Abdullah ibn Zubair radiallahu ta'ala became martyr. So when he became martyr, I remember Mufti Shabbir Sahib Damat Barakatuh, he sent me one book which is full of ta'ziyat, condolences when my wife passed away. It narrates so many narrations. If I'm not mistaken, I may have read it there or somewhere else. She is addressing, the body is hanging, dead body is hanging. Dead body is hanging. And it was hanging over Ka'batullah. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give respite to the zalim, then Ka'batullah has these types of crying situations. Ka'batullah, witness, it has seen so many ups and downs of this ummah. So imagine, Abdullah ibn Zubair's body is hanging over Ka'batullah. And mother came to see her son. She said that I am very happy that my young son is martyred. I can see you enjoying into Jannah. Let Hajjaj know that my son is not suffering. Now he is cashing price of the sacrifice which he has paid. And I think in that statement, she said that this body is just a box. This body is just a box. That's why, المؤمن القوي خير وأحب إلى الله من المؤمن الضعيف وفي كل خير. Nabi Sallallahu said, strong believer is better and beloved into the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than a weak believer. Strong believer is better and beloved into the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compared to weak believer. And then Nabi Sallallahu said, وَفِي كُلٍّ خَيْرٍ. Khair is in everybody. Khair is in everybody. So, when it comes to physical health, it is our iman that no one was more stronger than Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We should pay attention to our physicality also. We shouldn't abuse it. We shouldn't destroy it intentionally, purposely, foolishly. But, keep it to a level. Sometimes, some people, they pay so much attention to their physicality that spirituality is always neglected. And some people, they pay attention to the spirituality and physicality is totally neglected. Both are in balance. Balance is that you pay attention to the body, bearing in mind that one day this box will change. Box was different into Ahde Alastu. Box was different into the Alam-e Arwah. Box was different before we came into the womb of our mom. Box was different when we were into the womb of our mother. When we came in this world, box is different. When we go into the grave, box will be different. Into resurrection time, box will be different. Jannati's box will be different. Jahannami's box will be different. Soul is a rider. Soul will never change. And soul has its fragrance. Soul has its beauty. You don't say anything. You don't speak anything. But if you sit next to a soul which has purity, integrity, iman, qualities, humbleness, sweetness, then you don't want to leave him. You don't want to leave that person. You don't want to leave that person. Why? That person is not speaking. That's why, some of our Salaf used to say that if someone is not benefiting from my silence, then he will not benefit from my speech. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we shouldn't have these types of durus also, just only for the sake of entertainment. If few minutes our ears are entertained, that's it. No further effect. May Allah protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. So I was just saying that this body is just a box. Box will keep on changing. So we should pay attention to the box also. But as long as you have in your mind that this is only box, then you will not neglect your soul. So here, two types of boxes. There are inside such a soul living that whole box is over the moon. And sometimes such a soul is living that whole box is in trouble. That your stinking and your bad smell and your odor is causing us troubles. And sometimes, some soul is so beautiful, so full of fragrance, so nice, that whole body and its surrounding enjoys. That is what Qur'an Majid said, that pure city, it takes out its crops by the will of Allah, by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. An impure city, it doesn't take out its crops, only half, only incomplete, only naqis, only not raw. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, in these types of Allah's signs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, we circulate these signs. For who? For those who has gratitude, who has shukr. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our land of the heart from the pure land. Pure land. Human being, who are you? Your introduction. Your thoughts are your introduction. If you always thinking positive, if you always thinking pure, if you always thinking nice, if you always thinking sharing, caring, loving, humility types of thinking, then that is what you are. And if you're always thinking negative and low, and that is your introduction. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make land of our heart from the pure city. Oh Allah, make our heart pure city. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawd, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. لا إله إلا أنت زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين فاقبضنا غير مفتونين. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يبلغنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم إنا نسألك رضاك والجنة. اللهم ارزقنا تلاوة القرآن آناء الليل وآناء النهار واجعله لنا حجة يا رب العالمين ولا تجعله علينا حجة يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا وجلاء أحزاننا وقائدنا وسائقنا إلى جناتك جنات النعيم. اللهم متعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أبقيتنا. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب هب لي من لدنك ذرية طيبة إنك سميع الدعاء. اللهم واقية كواقية الوليد. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. اللهم إني أتخذ عندك عهدا لن تخلفنيه فإنما أنا بشر فأيما مؤمن آذيته أو لعنته أو شتمته فاجعلها له صلاة وزكاة وقربة تقربه بها إليك. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولأساتذتنا ولمن كان له حق علينا ولجميع المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.